La noche.
We can keep it open for now. Thank you. La noche by
This is La Noche, el DJ Mix.
Got it. Got both of the beats.
Okay.
Ready, bro.
Ready? All right. We're using both of them, right? All right. That one might have to be a little bit closer, but.
And this is KEXU 96.1 FM, Pole People's Revolutionary Radio. I'm JV. And
it's your girl, Tina Marie. How's everyone doing? Yay!
That's what's up. And we also have a special guest in here today, Saint Roze. Welcome to Free Aztlan, sister.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? My name is Saint Roze, Santa Rosa, California, raised in Sacramento. Proud to be here. Actually, this is one of my favorite spots over here in Oakland.
Yeah, and we just want to today's show we're gonna switch it up a little bit and talk about revolutionary culture. This includes music, everything that writing, artwork, everything that you can think of that is culture. So Tina, do you want to introduce the sister? This is a special friend of yours as well, right?
Absolutely. So this is Bay Area native right here. Miss Roze goes by Saint Roze, coming out of Santa Rosa. I've had the pleasure of knowing Roze for the last decade or so. We've done a lot of community work together, had the time to go up to Standing Rock together and serve our community up there when it was no DAPL. So that was lit. She's actually the only reason we made it back home. This girl got us through Wyoming. If you weren't in the car, you don't understand. That's all I want to say at this point. But
it was a blizzard. It was a whole blizzard.
Yes. I mean,
I got a story for the blizzard, but that's another show.
Yeah, so Saint Roze.
We could exchange stories here all
day.
Saint Roze is definitely a fitting title, I will say. Yes, a lot of good energy, a lot of positive love, talented, bilingual. Gas for days, from reggaeton to just rap, hip hop, a little bit of R&B. It's all right here, one stop shop, right here. So yeah.
So you never stay gassing me up.
I'm just calling it like it is, man. You're gifted, girl. The world needs to know.
So let me ask you, Saint Roze. So, what got you into music in the beginning? Like, what got you to even touch it?
Well, since I was a little girl, my mom used to always just dress me up and put me out in front of a stage and have me singing like Spanish songs or English songs or whatever, Selena, whatever. I used to have a really good voice back when I think everybody had a pretty good voice when they were a kid, but mine was like, right there. And, she had me dancing. I was in like ballet, tap dancing, ballet folklorico, all types of stuff. And,
was she musical, by the way?
My mom, she would always sing and stuff like that. My grandparents, they sang like, I don't know if anybody knows the Grupo Exterminador. Those are my cousins. Like, that's my family, all from Michoacan. And so we have really deep roots with music in our family. And so, growing up, I was always really influenced by music, but it wasn't until like when I was like 18, I would like write a lot of poetry, a lot of like spoken word and stuff like that. I started going to spoken word in the college and stuff like that. And that's what got me started. People would be like, hey, can you get on this track? And I'm like, I don't really rap. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, we just heard you rapping on stage right now. Like, that's rap. And I'm like, okay. So I got into a couple songs. And then a couple years later, I started like actually composing songs, like full all the way through, from chorus to verse to hooks to everything. And just literally 5 years ago, I started taking it more seriously. And year and a half ago, I started taking music engineering so I could learn like the studio essentials, all of this. And
make your own music.
Make my own music. I know how to do Pro Tools and all that now. But and it's a serious art. So like, I've been really investing myself more this last year in my artwork and my artistry to make sure like you know, I'm serious about it now for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we can tell, and another question, I was thinking of, it's one thing somebody being an artist, a musician, singing, rapping, whatever it is, doing beats, whatever. But when you do it, when it's aimed at, a lot of times our communities, and even more, on a more conscious level, that's a little different. There's a lot of people in the music. Not everybody's into conscious music. What made you? What brought you to the side of consciousness in your music?
Well, my mom is an immigrant. You know, she will, if you want to say it like that, she really migrated from Michoacan up here, and she crossed the border by foot. You know, 8 months pregnant with my brother. You
Wow.
know, and she went through a lot of oppression, a lot of injustice. I remember just every single year going to court with her, and she would like drop us off. She would leave us in the car and have my older brother like look out for me while she went in the courthouse to meet her fate, whether she get deported or not. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, she was really into the activism in the immigrant community. And so since I was a little girl, I was in like protests and all kinds of activist groups, and that she was a part of all kind of community groups. So from early on, I always had this consciousness of community. And I didn't grow up rich or nothing. I grew up really poor. My mom was a single mother, so we didn't have nothing. So I was really conscious of all the injustices and poverty that was around us.
Absolutely.
So it always just came natural, being conscious about, real things
Absolutely.
going on.
Yeah. And I think that, when it comes to music or what have you, it could be writing, it could be artwork or whatever. But when somebody's coming from a certain place that a lot of other people can't identify, they cannot identify with. But the people that come from that type of experience, they notice, they identify with it, they feel it. So, in your experience, when it comes to all of your music, let's say all the whole archive that you have, what is probably to you the one song that has affected the most people in your opinion? People from different cross sections of society. So not just from the hood, but from professors or what have you. What is the one song you have that kind of touches the most people, in your opinion?
Um, Honestly, I have one song that's bilingual. I rap in Spanish and English, and it's called Vestida de Negro, Dripped in Black. So basically, it's a song that basically I'm talking about how privileged we are here in North America. If you're like born here in North America, you have a lot of privilege that a lot of people who don't grow up born here don't have. And even though you can be really, really poor and, down and out here in America too, we have reservations where it's like extreme poverty. But at the same time, you still have a citizenship, which
Absolutely.
is worth a lot. It's worth a lot that people don't realize how worthy it is. Like we can have free education. We have free community college, especially here in California. You can go to community college for free. Although, granted, you do have to sacrifice a lot just to go to college. You know what I mean? Food, work. You can't work and be a full-time student. And if you do, you're like falling asleep in class. Because you're working all night and then going to class. And I've done that too. I graduated from Sacramento City College. Then I went to San Francisco State, and I was living here in Oakland, just going back and forth and working job and going straight to school and falling asleep, like hardly barely making it. So, but it's worth it. And if I can do it, anybody could do it, for real.
Absolutely. And you've overcome certain obstacles that, when we talk about these privileged communities, these privileged peoples, if they were placed against the obstacles that you overcame, they would not get over that. Not only would they not get over it, it would probably destroy them. So we don't even realize the strength that we have just existing the way we do. But you touched on a very good point about people here in the United States being pretty much privileged. That is something that a lot of people deny. They avoid acknowledging it. But the truth is, we live here in the first world. And so, we're talking the imperialist center of the world. This is where, and so if we're here and, we are enjoying things like 401ks, pension plan, vacation day. I'm sick today. I'm going to call in and then still get paid. We could walk into a pharmacy and get medication. We can go into a grocery store and get fresh fruits and vegetables. We go into the hospitals, get medicine that has been tested on third world babies and people. So we are very, there is a privilege here, even under colonization, and the process of oppression that we have endured. We still benefit from, the spoils of imperialism. And, that also raises the question of, if we think about it, as you said, we are privileged here. Well, let's ask ourselves, why are we privileged here? What has occurred that enabled the U.S. to be able to, give people living here these privileges of, pension plans and vacation days and all of this stuff? How do they acquire that ability? And it's just from oppression around the world.
Slavery.
And slavery around the world as well, different forms of, and so, it's basically squeezed out of the third world. The benefits that we enjoy are taken, exploited from third world countries. So that's very, you rarely hear a musician understand the privilege that exists here, when many in the so-called U.S. left do not identify that they actually deny it. Some people, and it's but so I'm very happy that you are conscious on that level. But so I was going to ask, where did you guys are friends, you and Tina? Where did you guys meet? I mean, I don't know if you guys want to share that or not, but or you could just say, hey, whatever,
That's easy. I was one of the founding members of the Brown Beret Aztlan, which is a Brown Beret chapter in Sacramento, and she joined like a couple of years after I got in it, and we met through the activism work that we did in the community protest. We dropped off when Kamala Harris had her whole thing with, police brutality and, just allowing that to just slide. We delivered coffins to her office. Wow. Like, we did a lot of work out there.
Wow.
And, she's vice president, which is, it's also...
She's badass, isn't she? She's badass.
Yes,
absolutely.
She's still badass.
She is.
I mean, she's a woman. She's a Black woman at that. So you still gotta, give the credit where it's due. But
no, I was talking about Tina's badass. Tina's badass. No, come on, hell no. I don't support them up.
Yeah, we don't get pigs no love on this show.
No. We're talking about Tina. Tina. So anyway.
Hell yeah. Tina's been fucking down since the jump. We went to Standing Rock together. We did a whole fundraiser for Standing Rock. We raised like $5,000 worth of supplies. We had a whole van or like a trailer full of stuff that we just hauled out there on our own, like drove. And
the caravana también. Remember we went down south?
Yeah, we did the caravan down south. Ayotzinapa, all of that. The missing people at Ayotzinapa. We did all of that too.
She helped lead security for the parents when they came up here to share their stories of their children going missing. So the actual students,
the 21 people.
Yeah, we took
Their
turns
parents
doing round the clock security for the parents.
Yeah.
Because they were getting death threats and all types of crazy stuff. Yeah.
Oh no,
that was crazy.
But yeah, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna hear one of your songs. Which I think the first one we're gonna hear is, which one is it, sister? If you want to introduce your song.
This one's Keep Running, but I did mention Vestida de Negro. I think maybe I should do that one.
O los dos.
Because that one's more conscious.
Let's do it.
So let's see.
We want to hear that consciousness. Absolutely. We want to hear that consciousness. And so you guys been friends for a while now, a couple years, few years.
Yeah, a decade.
A decade. Yeah, you guys did a decade. Oh, you
First
guys
one under the belt.
going strong. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because 10 years, that's a long time, and there's a lot of, and to get through all that and still be, friends.
Solid, huh? It's just been the whole time.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my partner Dino over there. He's been he's had my back for a long time, and honestly, he helped me a lot in this music thing. He's a really good rapper himself.
Oh, that's what's up.
I gotta give credit where it's due. He was there for the fundraiser for the Standing Rock too. So he did a show with me. So
yeah, right. Well, we send ours to the brother over there. And we're gonna hear this song right here.
This one's Vestida de Negro.
And what made you? Well, we'll talk about that after. Let's hear that, and we'll be back in a minute.
¿Ustedes qué son? Buenos. No saben esconderse. No saben esconderse. Siempre digo la verdad. Vestida de negro y el plomo en la mano, la verdad es ser norteamericana, en el barrio vendido a la muerte y sueña con un hueco en la frente, por poca suerte lograr así puedes superar, aún recuerdo todo lo muerto, no pude ayudar, que ser humilde si no estás jodido, ve, te sacrificamos como chivo, vestida de negro, plomo de oro en la mano, que es la verdad de ser norteamericana, chicana, me vale nada, fumando la marihuana, por ahí dicen de mí, soy hija de la compleja trapera, y si ven yo ladro como perra, y más cuando estoy en posición de perra, eres mi objetivo, tengo una escopeta, te tengo en mente, ven y dame cabeza, sorpresa, juicy, buena como fresa, como me besa, me siento presa en un escalón, es que mi pirámide me dice, toma nilón, quiere mi dinero, pero no quiere mi gente, no cruzamos fronteras para injusticias, vámonos, el cerdo no es bueno, no me espero más, bien mátalo, revolucionario, ya no diga más, que con un hueco en la frente hablará jamás, dripped in black, with a chrome get, automatic system blasting, jiggling this ass, fat hating bitches, coming up short, bitch, I came from the north, and I'm about to drop again and hit that with full force, dripped in black, with a chrome get, automatic system blasting, jiggling this ass, fat hating, coming up short, bitch, I came from the north and I'ma drop it back again and get at the full force. No cap, yeah. If you want with me, get your wig split back. We can knuckle up if you want it like that. Cause my thing go rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat from the front to the back. Cause you don't wanna see me, nah, you don't wanna know. If we go pound for pound, yeah, I'm bound to blow. And every hour, every minute, every second counts. You make the wrong move, I blow your crown, and it's not what it seems, what the American dream, but it's not what you wanted. So get on your knees and suck up my lip number finger and put your thumbs in the air if you don't want the smoke. Burn it down, I'll burn your whole town, right into your neighborhood, bumping my own sound. Call the coroner, it's done, yet it's erased. One-way ticket to a dumb resting place, dressed in black with a chrome gat, automatic system blasting, jiggling the sass, fat hating, coming up short. I came from the north and I'm about to drop again. Hit that ass full force, dripped in black. With a chrome get automatic system blast, jiggling this ass, fat hitting, coming up short. Came from the north and I'm about to drop again. Hit that ass a full force, vestida de negro, plomo de oro en la mano. Que es la verdad de ser norteamericana, chicana, me vale nada, fumando la marihuana. Por ahí dicen de mí, soy hija de la chingada, vestida de negro, plomo de oro en la mano. Que es la verdad de ser norteamericana, chicana, me vale nada, fumando la marihuana. Por ahí dicen de mí, soy hija de la chingada, dripped in black, with a chrome get automatic system blasting, jiggling ass fat, hating, coming up short. Came from the north. I'm about to drop again and hit that ass a full force.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
I love that right there. So that was Dripped in Black by St. Rose. Oh yeah, I love that.
And if you heard me skipping, that was me skipping the cuss words.
Yeah,
Because we're on FM, you know.
Trying to be
Absolutely.
conscious about that.
It's okay.
I slipped up a
Come
little
out
bit.
to a show.
Yeah,
Come out
no
to a show
censorship
for,
then.
you know, get the full effect. That's right.
Yeah, man, yeah, I love
I
that.
told you.
Ooh,
I
man,
love it.
love it. Dripped in Black. So that song right there, what made you write that specific song?
I'm talking about being North American, the North American experience, I'm saying like, chicana me vale nada, fumando la marihuana, por ahí dicen de mí, soy hija de la So like, I have this privilege, I can like smoke weed right across the street from the police station, if I go to, when I have gone to Mexico, I have been harassed and been all kinds of stuff from the police there. Like I was harassed and they robbed me for $500 just because my car smelled like weed. Only because of that. They didn't even find no weed.
Wow.
But they were like, we're going to take you to jail. We're going to take your car.
Give
we're
me
going to
some
take
money,
everything. And then they're like, unless you can pay something right now. I'm like, all right. And I paid them like $200. But then behind while they were searching my stuff, it took another $300.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like, they're hella crooked down there. But like, literally, it's literally the privilege I'm talking about, to be born here in this country. And also just like I even say, they want my money, quieren mi dinero, pero no quieren mi gente. No, they want my money, but they don't want my people. You know what I mean? Cruzamos fronteras para injusticias, vámonos. We crossed the border for injustices. Let's go. Like, let's kick rocks. Like this is BS. El cerdo no es bueno, no me espero, más bien mátalo. The pig ain't good. I'm not gonna wait. Might as well just kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like
no.
that's I mean.
No, that's real.
It
sounds
gets
like-
to
it
that
sounds
point
like pretty
sometimes.
It's history. And you just, this is what I love, that you just like this music, this rap, this is like you're a street reporter basically. You're just telling the story of the street. It ain't,
it's real shit.
It's real. It's real.
It's
So
the stuff I've witnessed.
Absolutely.
It's stuff that I've experienced. And I'm just like, that's what you hear in my raps is like just real experiences. It's not just like something that just came out of thin air.
Love that, and that's the best stuff that we could get. But
Raw talent.
Raw
talent.
Yeah, that's good.
Crazy.
But so and also, tell us a little bit about, besides music, what are some other things that you're passionate about, that you work on, that that you're doing out in the community?
Man, like, well, when I went to school to be a teacher. That's what I wanted to do originally, and I did that for a little while.
And you are a teacher, sister. You teach through your music as well. Can't forget that, because a lot of times we take titles from the colonizer, the oppressor. Like if they give us a title, then we have to realize that we are all teachers. There's people that go to school to learn about things that we were raised understanding. And that's why one of the things that my sister Tiny here at Poor Magazine, she calls poverty scholars, because we have experienced that no university will ever be able to understand the way we do. So you are a teacher, but sister, all of us are teachers. And but besides that, other things that you're passionate about, I'm sure that you're aware of in the news right now. They just did this Roe versus Wade. What are your thoughts on that, sister?
Whew. Well, jeez,
Yeah.
that didn't So yesterday was Independence Day, but how can you feel independent as a woman in this country when you don't even have a right to choose what you want to do with your body? In Texas right now, if somebody raped me and I were to get pregnant and I wanted to get an abortion, I couldn't. And if I did, I'd go to jail for murder. And so would the doctor. Not just that, if I got pregnant and the fetus died in my body, I couldn't get it removed. And that would cause me to probably die. Like, how can you even feel free as a woman when you can't even have the decisions on what you can do with your body in your reproductive processes? And me, I don't have any children. I'm pretty blessed that I haven't had any slip ups or anything like that. But like, honestly, like, if it wasn't for contraceptives, if it wasn't for like things like even Plan B and things like that, then I could have like a whole bunch of kids running around, and I'd be just like kind of struggling, trying to take care of them while me trying to do my music. I don't even know if I'd be doing music if I had all them kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's women who just don't have that option. They have no option to be able now, especially now they don't. A lot of women just don't have that option to be able to get Plan B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or get any kind of aftercare for pregnancy like that. But obviously women's rights is very important for me. Immigrant rights is very important to me. It's very close to home because my mom's an immigrant and like my family's an immigrant. Anything that has to do with people of color in the community, racism, that hits deep. I can't stand it. I really can't. Anytime I see any kind of racist, things going on around me, I'm always the type of person to stand up and say something about it. You know what I mean? I got into it with this lady and with this guy on the bus in Frisco, because there was a gentleman. There was a man and a woman both arguing. It was a man in a wheelchair, a black man in a wheelchair, and a white woman in a wheelchair, and they were both arguing. And this one man was trying to stop the bus and tell the bus driver to kick out the black man in the wheelchair. And I was like, hold up, no, don't listen to him. Keep driving. First of all, you wrong for that. They're both arguing. Why would you just try to target that gentleman right there? Like, you're wrong. You need to stop right there. He's like, oh no, I'm not being racist or anything. Like, well, you are. You really are. You're literally like stereotyping and literally just being exactly what the definition of it is. Like,
they don't realize it though.
They don't.
Because it's so ingrained. Even when we look at the activist community, the so-called U.S. left, even amongst white activists who are against, in word, they're against racist, national oppression, which we call, which some call racism. They're against this national oppression. However, they don't realize that just living in this settler colonial country, that they have, absorbed this racism, this national, oppression that is, felt in our communities from them, even in the activist communities. And that's why a lot of times when we're doing different work with different, especially white activists, a lot of times what happens is when we raise issues like migrants, kids in cages, they will say things like, well, hold on, this right here involves everybody, and we don't just focus on one community. These are all code words that they have developed in order to display this national oppression, this racism, but doing it in a finesseful way, as to go over our heads, so that we're coming into it with pure hearts, and and we want to believe that there's good people of all nationalities, and there is good people of all nationalities. However, you cannot have been born and raised in the U.S. and be of the white nation and not have developed this privilege, this and this American chauvinism, this that they have as well, and it shows through when we could just think about the last action that we went to for kids in cages. Everybody listening, and when you think about that action, how many white activists did we see? So this is what I'm saying. When we look around at these events, it's mostly raza, if not all raza at times. This is a problem. So this is, but when we talk about white supremacy in the United States, it even is within the so-called U.S. left as well. And I'm sure you've seen this, this type of situation that goes on. So this is something that more people have to put into their music, incorporate it in their music, address it. These are things that if we don't see them, we don't even know they're there. But they're, it's like colonialism. We think it's not there because we don't see signs saying, you are colonized. But the truth is, if you look at everything that is going on, it's the same things that have been going on forever. It's just disguised better, and it's kind of they kind of like put glamorize, it's kind of nice. Pretty it up or what have you. I don't know what to term it, but
what my history professor used to say, Coca colonialism.
Ooh,
like Coca-Cola. You know what I mean?
Coca-Cola.
Everything has to do with industry, like commodities and resources, and we see it as like, oh yeah, this is fun, this is a good drink and all that. But then behind Coca-Cola, we know there's so much oppression, just within the umbrella of Coca-Cola.
And then that goes back to what you said in the beginning of us having a certain privilege here, because we are unaffected physically by these forms of oppression like Coca-Cola does in other countries, and we're unaffected, so we kind of enjoy the spoils of U.S. oppression, imperialism.
We do. It's everything crazy. From your smartphone.
every single thing.
It's really hard for anybody to not invest in it. If you live in this country, you can try as hard as you want. You're still going to be invested in it. Without wanting to.
And that's why many believe that it will always continue like that until capitalism and imperialism has been abolished, period. Then we can start understanding what it means to live without contributing to exploitation. Right now we cannot. As long as we have to put gas in our, as long as we have to eat and drink water from the, it's always going to happen. So until capitalism is gone, we're not going to know what it's like to live without, but we could do the best we can, right?
Yeah,
we could do the best we can.
Definitely.
And that's what we're doing. But the next song we're going to be playing, sister, what's the name of this one?
Rio Seco. So this one's all Spanish. This is a reggaeton one. It's probably my softest one. The other one, La Noche. And
so you do reggaeton too?
Wow. Yeah, because I love reggaeton.
Tina loves reggaeton, by the way. Yeah, we get it on break.
You're insane. Y'all are just not ready.
Let's get it though.
You will not be disappointed.
Está tontita de mí, ya no puede dirigir, ya no le va a importar, ya no se puede animar. ¿Cómo se va a desquitar? Se va a desquitar a huevo. Sube el volumen, enciende el fuego. Grita la nube, se va el viento. Llora en el río que ya está seco. La noche nadie lo espera, se lo come uno entero. Por eso se desespera, no espera. Estado juntita contigo a tu lado, ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Ya estorba, que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado, ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Y estorba, que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. Es una obra de amor que no tú tiene calor. Si no mojamos, que no sería mejor, que no sería mejor. Brinca hacia mí, yo sobre ti. Cada paso sigo junto a ti, cada paso sigo junto al fin. Cada pasito juntita de mí. Es el amor, no enloquece. Arde la llama quemando la mente. Fumando hierba, alegría en la frente. Goza mi cuerpo, goza lentamente. Pone condón, recio lento, arte en la espalda ya me pinta blanco, jugo calentito ya me bautizo, ya no puedo más, o el cuento se acabó, estando juntita contigo a tu lado, ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él, y estorba que ya no le puedo los llantos, este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado, ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Y estorba, que ya no le puedo los llantos, este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. Estos sentimientos ya no puedo explicar, estos sentimientos que me van a destrozar. Tú baila conmigo y yo sueño un altar. Tú baila conmigo pero baila sin pensar en otro. Ya no me opongo, infelices los tres. Yo te propongo verte en el hotel, conocernos más bien. Ya tú sabes, tengo gusto a miel. Estando juntita contigo a tu lado. Ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él.
Oh, man, that's what.
Yay!
Yeah,
yes,
that was
I'm
1, 2.
telling you.
Yeah.
I gotta give you the backstory on that one though.
What is that?
Okay, this was really cool because I was flying back from Detroit one time and I was sitting next to this woman who was telling me her story about how she was married for 20 some years with her husband and all this and that, and all of a sudden he came out the closet and came out gay, you know, and introduced her to his new partner.
They were married 20 years and then he
came out, yeah. And she was telling me,
that must devastate. That's crazy. 20 years and then she didn't know, and then okay.
Yeah, and
some of us find out a lot sooner than that.
You know, and
I was gonna say,
I love my gay community. I love them, and she respected his decision, you know, and was able to move forward with a divorce and understand, like, you know, everybody deserves love, you know, regardless of whatever. Absolutely. You know, hopefully, you know, you figure that out sooner than later. But my heart really went out to that woman because, you know, being married 20-some years, you know, the love of your life, man, you know. And so in that song, I'm talking about a woman who's in love with a man who's in love with another man, you know what I mean? And just, you know, how much there's still love there and how much you still want to, you know, work it out, but it's not a happy situation, but you still love, there's still love.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like river's dry. That's what Rio Seco means, like the river's dry. You know, I'm done crying. There's no more tears.
Oh, that was powerful right there. That's a powerful backstory to that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so, you know, that's beautiful music. And where can the listeners find your music at? You got links or, you know, websites? Or?
I mean, right now, I'm in the process of literally recording all these songs. Like, these songs you guys are getting first dibs on because I haven't even finished recording them. Exclusive is, you know, so like I'm in the process of recording all these songs and getting them finished and polished, and they'll be coming out soon. You can follow me on Instagram at Bella Saint Roze. Like, the Instagram is new, so I only have like 11 followers or something like that, but you can follow me at, on there. And you can find me on SoundCloud also, Saint Roze, TikTok, Saint plus Roze. On my Instagram, if you follow me on my Instagram, it has a link tree, and you literally, anytime I post anything, concerts or any new songs, they'll be on my link on my bio. So that's the best place for you to stay up on my information. That's again Bella St. Rose, that BELLA Saint ROZE.
Yeah, there it is. And Tina, you got anything that you feel the listeners should know about St. Rose? If somebody asks you, Tina, what could you tell me about her? Like,
say, man, y'all are just missing out. Gas for days.
Yeah,
she knows. I mean, this woman just embodies so much talent, and she's hot, fresh. It's music you want to listen to, from the bars to the delivery to the voice to the sound, everything. It's just definitely refreshing to see her finally putting it out there. I'm looking forward to going to as many shows as I can make it to. I mean, y'all are missing out. That's what I would say. Tap in 100%. You will not be disappointed. Even bilingual. Oh, I love her bilingual tracks. Hands down, because she just switch up. It's just like she's lyrically gifted, lyrically talented. So, that's my girl. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, I know. And I'm glad. I'm glad we brought her on. Absolutely. And so, let me say, what would you like to, a lot of times when people are on here, I'll ask them, because there's issues that maybe don't even have to do with your music or the reason you came on. But if there's anything you'd like to share with the listeners, the community, anything about anything, it could be even, I noticed your shirt, by the way, hate less, love more. Where does that come from? Is there really haters out there?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's a surprise for me.
So many haters. You don't even know. Like people, people see me. It's crazy, and I just want to say, being a woman in the music industry is hard. It's really hard.
Being a woman anywhere is hard.
It's definitely hard. But anybody out there who wants to pursue music, especially if you're a woman, like, you can hit me up. We can try to connect. I can try to get you into a studio, because I'll be doing music engineering and stuff like that. But it's so hard because the competition is thick and mostly is male dominated. And when I've been to a studio before, I've had so many times, like, I had to sit back and wait for everybody for weeks until finally I got a shot into the mic. And as soon as I got into the mic, I ripped it, and like everybody in the room, the studio, the producer and everything was like, damn, I didn't know you were coming like that. Like, if I knew that, I would have been recorded you. And I'm like, that's because you never even gave me a chance, because you all instantly like thought just because I'm a female or whatnot, then I was gonna be whack or something like that. But you got to give us a chance. And another thing, all this whole thing about being young and being in the industry, that's all BS. Like, I think we need to cut that. Like, there's a bunch of it's weird. It's super weird how much people in the industry go for people who are so young, like in the teens. It's a predatory mindset to me when I think about that, because I've been told like, oh no, you're not young enough. Things like that. And I'm like, F you, like, I'm doing this, I'm gonna keep doing this, and like I know I'm a strong, presence anywhere, no matter where I'm at, in the studio, in a show, I'm a strong presence and I'm a strong act, and people get intimidated by that. But at the same time, it's like, women, we need that kind of exposure, and we need that kind of representation in music, where it's not just like, oh, you're like 18 or 14 years old, or this. It shouldn't be like that. And I hope more women out there who want to pursue music hear that and are able to get inspired and actually pursue it 100%, and not like give in to all the talk, because there's going to be a lot of people putting you down instantly as soon as you start. So you got to like just ignore that and just be confident in repetitive repetition. And as long as you're confident in your music, it don't matter what environment you in, you're gonna kill it. So
yeah, absolutely. And when you focus on yourself, you don't have time to be hating on other people too,
Oh
right?
no,
It's
definitely
just,
not. I be supporting everybody, so I get really, really, I get really like, it's like what I get really
it's really frustrated off
crazy.
that, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like people are too much, and
Well,
don't
yeah, if they're
reciprocate.
focusing on them and what's going on with them, like why are these folks just preoccupied with other people? It's very unique human behavior, right?
absolutely,
And it
yeah.
obviously doesn't change with age. Does not. We're all sitting back just looking at it like,
Funny,
what?
funny.
Let me get some more popcorn. Hold on.
Man, I'm like, I wish you would come up here on stage and try it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what is the next? Are you working on like a future song? What project are you working on? Because we have about 8 minutes left. What's the future project that you got going that we can look forward to?
So I got a bunch of singles coming out here soon within this year. I have 7 songs finished. I was thinking about releasing the album, but I think I'm gonna release singles and then follow it up with the album, kind of to like, warm it up. And then I'm actually August 27th, because I've been in this program. Shout out to DRM. It's a program that has been really supporting me throughout this last year, and they've actually me and 3 other artists have collaborated on the album with DRM Music, and we're going to be releasing the album on August 27th. And we're going to have an album release party on August 27th in Sacramento. I'll get you guys the information.
Oh, absolutely.
So you guys can come through.
Yes.
It's going to be pretty dope. We have like 5, 6, 7 songs in the album. I have a solo song in the album, and I have 2 collaboration songs in the album. So it's going to be pretty dope. So just this year, I'm going to be releasing a lot of music.
Okay.
We'll be doing shows, any kind of radio
Absolutely.
talks. Anytime they invite me, I'm going to be coming out.
We'll be back. She's going to be a regular, right? She's gonna be a regular here.
And I used to be a neighbor. I used to literally live right here next
way.
door. And before, when you guys had an empty lot right here, I used to pass every day and be like, man, I should come volunteer or something. But I just never got into it.
You've seen people building right here?
Before that.
Before
when it was just empty, just dirt. It was just dirt. And and you guys had
she's seen Poor Magazine.
Like before, yeah.
And my family's cousin, you guys had his picture right there out there. You guys had pictures of people who passed and got killed down here.
Who is it?
I can't come. Well, it's my family's people, like my family's people that just from family that we knew out here, and that's when I first got onto you guys, because I was like, hey, that's my people. It's like, oh, this is a magazine. Like, I wanted to link up. So now I'm like, it's like a turnaround 360. It's destiny.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's incredible. And I know the sisters and brothers of Poor Magazine are listening to that. We got the sister here that's seen Poor Magazine before it was Poor Magazine. It was a lot. And then she's seen when the Poor Familia comes and starts building and doing these things and showing the pictures of, those murdered by the pigs, so that's an interesting history. Wow. And then now you come back and you just see it like,
but I passed it a couple times. I'm like, it used to be an empty lot right here. Where?
Where's the lot? Everything in the Bay Area. Like, wait a minute.
I'm like, I literally used to walk right here. I'm like, where's it at? But I found y'all. I'm glad I did. And I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And Tina, what would you like to say? Last words. We got like 5 minutes. If you'd like to, speak on anything.
I mean, I just hope everybody enjoyed having a sister on. She's, talented and Bay Area local. So I just want to uplift her and get her out there as much as we can, so folks can, I mean, we're trying to help you out. Let us help you, okay? Let me help you.
Yeah.
So
we help each other, right?
Yeah, helping each other out. So thank you for coming. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be in this space with all of you.
Yeah, and we'll have you on again, and maybe next time we could have brother on too, because he got stuff to say. He's music to share, so we'll hear him out too.
Little duet.
Oh,
yeah, we have songs together too.
Wow.
Do it, you know.
Uh-oh.
We have
Yeah.
songs together
That's
too. We have
what's
some
up.
conscious. Actually, he has a song called "Conscious."
Ooh.
Living a life the true being. Nauseous.
Oh, yeah, we gotta hear that. But yeah, so we'll have you back, and I'm just glad that you were able to come. With Tina invited you, and this is beautiful. We love to have you here, and we love that song. And we got like 2 minutes left. I was seeing if we can leave what hitting a couple of bars of that song, the Dripped in Black.
Oh yeah, you want me to?
Yeah, absolutely, and sing us out. And she's gonna sing us out. We got like 2 more minutes. I just want to say, see you next week. On Mateo, Free Aztlan, and Tina.
Yay! See you next week. We'll be here live and direct.
Much
Don't
love,
miss
baby.
out.
I love y'all.
That's
From
what's
the
up.
Bay to Sac.
That's what's up.
No saben esconderse. Siempre digo la verdad, aun cuando miento. Vestida de negro y el plomo en la mano. La verdad es ser norteamericana. En el barrio vendido a la muerte. Y sueña con un hueco en la frente. Por poca suerte lograr así puedes superar. Aún recuerdo todo lo muerto, no pude ayudar. Que ser humilde si no está jodido. Ve, te sacrificamos como chivo. Vestida de negro, plomo de oro en la mano. ¿Qué es la verdad de ser norteamericana? Chicana, me vale nada. Fumando la marihuana, por ahí dicen de mí, soy hija de la chingada, compleja trapera, y si ven yo ladro como perra, y más cuando estoy en posición de perra, eres mi objetivo en una escopeta, te tengo en mente, ven y dame cabeza, sorpresa, juicy, buena como fresa, como me besa, me siento presa en un escalón, es que mi pirámide me dicen, puto mandilón, quiere mi dinero, pero no quieren mi gente, no, cruzamos fronteras para injusticias, vámonos, el cerdo no es bueno, no me espero, va a ser mátalo, revolucionario, ya no diga más, que con un hueco en la frente, hablará jamás, dripped in black, with a chrome gat, automatic system blasting, jiggling this ass fat, hating bits, coming up short, I came from the north and I'm about to drop again and hit that ass at full force, dripped in black, with a chrome gat, automatic system blasting, jiggling this ass fat, hating bitches, coming up short, I came from the north and I'm about to drop again and hit that ass at full force, no cap, yeah. If you want with me, get your wig split back on. We can knuckle up if you want it like that, cause my thing go rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat from the front through the back, cause you don't wanna see me now, you don't wanna know if we go pound for pound, but yeah, I'm bound to blow, and every hour, every minute, every second counts. You make the wrong move to blow your fucking crown. It's not what it seems, what the American dream, but it's not what you wanted, so get on your knees and suck a pop bottle lips number filled with coke, and put your hands in the air if you don't want the smoke, burn it down, jump burn your whole town, riding through your neighborhood, bumping my own sound, call the coroner, it's done, yeah, this your race, when we take it to a dump, rest in place, deep with the negro y el plomo en la mano, la verdad es ser norteamericana. Barrio vendido a la muerte, sueña con un hueco en la frente, por suerte lograr así puedes superar. Ay, Bay Area,